Did it
Do you
happen
take
fast?
testosterone or anything? Do you take any steroids, any HGH?
I took I'm on TRT, which doesn't do anything for your injuries. I did DECA, which made my shoulder feel fucking fantastic. But that's not a long-term fix.
Is DECA a type of steroid like testosterone?
Yeah.
Yeah, HGH or something might help with the healing too. We were talking about that earlier before you joined about Joe Rogan's enormous skull and how he clearly overdid it. He's not taking 1 IU a day. He's huge.
I think my head is probably big enough. I don't need to lean into that any more than I already am. And I don't want to fix it I want to fix it mechanically. Like I want whatever is wrong to stop being wrong. I don't want to be like so quickly healing that I don't notice the physical dysfunction in the joint. So I think these corrective exercises are going to work. Feels really good right now. I'm not in any pain right now, and it's because of those lateral raises.
Yeah. What's your TRT regimen like? Do you inject weekly, daily? What do you do?
Every 5 days, I do 1 ml of I think it's like 200 whatever per whatever. It's like a little bit higher than a standard dose, but it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel? Oh, I'm sorry, Kyle.
What it does, the reason why I wouldn't get off of it, it's not because of a physical, like a vanity thing. Because I've been a pretty big fella even before the TRT. But it really, I would say it levels out your mood. Like I honestly can't remember the last time that I was depressed or had like feminine, bitchy, helpless, also vengeful thoughts. I'm very mentally level, and it's thanks to the TRT, because if I go 6 days or 7 days without taking it, I can start to feel that like that sort of unwanted
bitchy energy.
Yeah, like I'll be like I'll start just thinking like, this fucking guy he owes me $200. What does he think he's not thankful for the bread that I got in the box? That type of like thinking starts to creep in if I miss the if I'm not on it. It's just I prefer to be not bothered by stuff.
Was that your experience, Kyle?
Yeah, I feel
more
great
mentally.
all the time. Yeah, I inject every day, so I like the idea of keeping the levels like super even. I've heard when you bounce your levels a little bit, that fluctuation is pretty big. I don't remember what the half-life of testosterone is. I'm not up on the data anymore. I just have everything written down. But I don't know, that fluctuation can also make you feel kind of fucky. But immediately it's like I feel good about everything. Feel positive, feel like confident. And like you really hit it on the nail on the head there with that like bitchy vindictiveness. Like you kind of let all that go. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Somebody owes me $200. That's only cost me $200 to never see that person again. Start thinking of things that way. So I don't know. I like it a lot. I think it's a miracle drug.
Yeah.
When Taylor finally like flips that switch and he goes on T, because he's a big dude. You've met him. He's bulky. He's powerful. When he finally goes on a dose, he's going to become a mountain of a man. He's going to be like a beast. WWE superstar.
Yes.
He's going to be a big, nasty beast.
Yeah, absolutely. And
we'll know
to do it.
We'll see the difference. It'll be like, what the fuck? Wait.
I was noticing the size of Taylor's arm, like his buy and try together.
It's just a big,
like,
spunky arm.
So fucking strong. I beat
I'm
Taylor
like, how did he get that much
15
meat
years
in
ago.
there?
I'm retired. I'm resting 1-0. Fuck that. I'm never doing it again.
I'm so like, how did this guy get so much meat?
Dude, it's like what's going to finally tip it over to me finally just starting it is how many of my friends, like my boys that I hang out with regularly from high school and whatnot, are starting it. And I'm seeing in them like, oh, that's a level of vascularity that they didn't have fucking 3 months ago.
The vascularity, the size, the girth.
It's the girth that gets me. Yeah. It's the girth and the way they're not feminine pussies anymore.
I'm a fan of the girth as well.
Yeah. One thing, Taylor, is if you're a husky guy, you're gonna get sleep apnea.
Fuck.
So you have to, before you start doing TRT, you should start doing cardio probably and get used to that lifestyle, because it's gonna make the mass around your neck and your chest bulkier, and it'll give you mechanical sleep apnea.
I got so lean that
Just
I
so
couldn't
you know.
sleep on my side anymore because the veins in my arm were so close to the skin that any pressure on them would cut the blood circulation off to my hands.
Well, you also got like Derek had you on a ridiculous regimen.
Dude, my femoral arteries were popping out to the point where I was afraid to I was going to bump into something and cut one. It's like, that's my lifeblood right there. Like that thing gets popped, I die. And it's bulging out of my thighs.
Yeah.
I just remember it was, I mean, when you get your body fat down to 10%, you look weird. You look like a shaved cat.
Yeah. You looked so thirsty.
Oh, super thirsty and hungry. Yeah.
You were just dried out. But you had to do that for the photo shoot for Derek's thing, but 15 pounds more on you there, where you're not 3 meals away from dying of starvation. Like that looks better. Looks more normal.
I didn't ask you about this earlier, Sam. I don't know if you've ever gotten a DEXA scan or done one of those body fat things where they submerge you, but they were able to tell that from the testosterone, my bone density went past the Caucasian levels into the Negroid range. You don't even know. I've got a flat skeleton. That's why they don't. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. It was worth the credit score hit.
Yeah. Can't get a mortgage, but man, am I strong.
Man. He's afraid of pools now.
I'll stick right to the bottom.
You're just too dense, dude. That's so you're weighted. You wear the lady wrist and ankle ones?
Yeah, I've got I've got heavy ones that strap to my ankles. Like that in particular, I feel like is a great workout. Because if you do 10,000 steps a day with 4 or 5 pounds on each foot, yeah.
That sounds like it'll fuck your joints up.
Well, that's what all the drugs are for.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're fixing it with all that HGH, or you never did HGH. That's why you have that.
No, but I'm down. I'm down for the HGH. I 100% am. It's just I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. I don't want my organs to get big. I don't want my skull to grow. And it's just thousands of dollars a month, like you said.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I didn't thousands of dollars a month for something that seems like it's worse than just tea.
Last time I looked at it, it was going to be $5,000 a month or something. Like I said, you go with an underground lab if you want to mix that shit yourself and shoot it in your ass. But
where does it come from? Did it just get tariffed? Is where my head is.
Chinese it wasn't tax. No, this is some illegal shit. It's like research chemicals off the fucking web. You're getting some scary stuff. If you ask me, I wouldn't fuck with that. I want pharmaceutical grade. Like I said, if I'm going to shoot it into my body.
Yeah, that's fair. And some of the tea clinics that have popped up, because there's, they're on every street corner now, just have the least efficacious names, the least trustworthy names, where it's like man up. And it's a picture of an arrow that goes up. And it's no part of this seems trustworthy. I'm going to go in there in some goober. I talked to one of my buddies. He's like, dude, I've been on tea for a while. And I was like, what's the process like? He's like, what do you mean? I walked in and I said, I wanted it. And then then the Indian guy gave it to me and I went home and I injected it. And I'm like, really? So no tests at all? And he goes, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to, but he didn't ask. He just served it up.
Go to merrickhealth.com. They'll treat you right. You'll get to talk to an actual doctor.
Yes.
And they'll put you on the right plan. And it's not that expensive. You get all your blood work done, get all your panels done, make sure you're not dying. They'll fix up other shit that the T would, I had a thyroid issue that they discovered with the blood panels that they fixed. All sorts of cool stuff. merrickhealth.com.
merrickhealth.com. That's where, you don't trust Merrick Health. You're crazy. Look at Derek. Look at Derek's stilts.
Mm-hmm.
Would he lie to you? No. That's a guy who's definitely not having pissy feminine thoughts. He's to the gills, that guy. Juiced. Or I guess he's not juiced anymore. He's just...
He's on less than me.
He's on less T than you?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Do you feel weird if you take the T and you don't lift? Or is that
No.
not a
Oh,
thing?
it feels fantastic.
You still get bigger, stronger, and leaner. You don't need the lift. Like they did that study where they had the regular guy lift for 6 weeks, and then they had the other guy just do T for 6 weeks.
That regular guy, fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's probably a
That guy's a fucking
sports
loser,
fan.
bro. Do T.
Regular men are half women.
Bodybuilders, so many of them die at like a shockingly young age. Like the hardcore ones, like
What
it'll be
you're
like
saying
30.
is they still look good.
They look fantastic. It's like that one dude from the video years ago where he's like, "I want to be in a double wide casket," and he's yelling in the car. That guy's probably dead by now. Like, what's the over under on him being alive? Like, he's dead.
I don't know his name. I'm curious though.
Yeah, those guys are doing huge doses and then just staying on it. I can't remember who. I think I heard Greg Doucette on a podcast the other day talking about, or maybe the guy he was talking to was talking about. I took 500 milligrams a test, and I was like, "Wow, this is incredible. Let's try 1,500. That'll be 3 times as good." And he's like, "But it's not. It's not 3 times as good.
It's actually
But
worse.
it's 5% better, so it's worth it.
Yeah. It's not though. Those guys are destroying their hearts, and
It's some percent better for muscle building anyway, just not 3 times as good.
yeah, it definitely plateaus at a certain point, and that's going to depend on your genetics and any number of other things. But those guys who are taking grams of testosterone a week are they're on a fast track to death.
Grams a week.
Yeah, I don't even
That's
know.
insane.
If you take 500 a week, you would turn into He-Man in a year.
But would you get like Joe Rogan head?
No,
Or is
that's
that's only HGH, right?
Yeah, that's growth hormone, and he's clearly taken too much of it. When I've heard bodybuilders talk about using these very low doses. I think they talk about IUs, and they'll talk about a half an IU a day, and then I see other people talking about 7 or 8 IUs a day. I don't know shit about that shit. I've always looked at it as something that was like $2,000 a month or something like that, unless you go to an underground lab. People call it UGL. You'll see it abbreviated as on like the testosterone or the steroid forums and stuff. And it's like, man, I don't want anything from a UGL. I want to be 1,000% sure anything I inject into my body is a pharmaceutical grade legal substance. So we'll skip the human growth.
I'm hearing a
hormone.
lack of bravery.
Mhm.
You loud and clear, loud and clear. You did not mishear the lack of bravery.
Rogan said how much human growth he took. And I don't know much about it, but I listened to Derek talk about what Rogan said. And okay, first of all, he said that he didn't take too much. He didn't take a lot. Reading between the lines autistically as I tried, I think he didn't believe what he said and that he takes much more, just eye testing him.
Well, eye testing, his head's bigger. He's got like those big meaty hands. That could be, but that could also just be that he's Italian. Like just those thick Mario hands.
He's so thick in the middle that HGH can do that and genetics can do that.
It's genetics is on the thick in the middle thing. He's just short with that weird rib cage. Here's his
Not
protocol.
young, Rogan.
Fair. Here's his protocol, though. It says he's taking 1 IU a day. In separate 2021, he mentions taking 1 IU a day of HGH. He mentions it's just telling the time stamp for it.
Can you show that picture, Zach, of Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I guess he's always been jacked.
In my memory, young Rogan wasn't so thick. But when this picture comes up, shucks, old Rogan looks like just an older young Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
Weird phrasing, but like I can see the body on the left, on the right, just a little bit thicker. Like it in my mind's eye, he was more Brock Lesnar-y, just full. But
If I were to take human growth hormone, I would want to like have a guarantee that I was going to get taller too. Because if it just makes other stuff bigger, it's like, what the fuck?